Mr. Zucker, all set? Of course. Good evening. Welcome to the Bound Brook Board of Education meeting, November 20th, 2024. As Board Secretary, I will be opening the meeting in the absence of the normal chair, who is the Board President, Mr. Januzzi, and also the Vice Chair, who is Mr. Bowden, Vice President of the Board. We will be electing a temporary chair as soon as we get through the procedural items. So at this time, I will call the meeting to order. And I'll read the procedural statement. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which time any business affecting their interests is discussed and acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, Board of Education Policy 0162, the Board of Education of the Borough of Bound Brook has caused notice of this meeting to be posted in the board office and at the Bound Brook High School and mailed or faxed to the Courier News, Bound Brook Borough Clerk, South Bound Brook Board of Education, and any person who has requested individual notice and paid the required fee. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time we will take a roll call. Mr. Bell. Mr. Dawson. Here. Ms. Gazzino.
Here.
Ms. Carlton. Mr. Zupko. Here. Ms. Wilson.
Here.
Mr. Minhas. Here. Ms. Hyde.
Here.
Mr. Fulmer. Here. And Mr. Januzzi. Let it be noted that we have a quorum present this evening. Pursuant to board bylaws, section 0164, in the event of the absence of both the president and vice president, another member can be designated to preside as approved by the board. The board president has recommended that the most senior board member, Mr. Roger Zupko, be designated to preside over this meeting as chair. Is there a motion to authorize the designation of Mr. Roger Zupko to preside over the meeting this evening as temporary board chair? Motion by Ms. Musin.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Gazzino. All in favor? Aye. Any noes? Any abstentions? Any comments? Motion passes. So at this time, the chair position will be turned over to Mr. Zupko, and he will take the agenda beginning with number 2 from there on.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. Appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. It's good to see everyone out tonight. We're going to start with the superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our November board meeting. It's great to see all of our parents, students in the audience. At this time, we're going to go with our favorite part is the recognition of our wonderful students and staff, and we will start with our students of the month. Would Ms. Larson please come forward?
Good evening. Our first student of the month is Camila Mendez Magrano. Two siblings, Madison and Michael. Her favorite subject in school is math. Her favorite hobby is to play sports, and her career plans is to become a police officer.
Let me come on over to the picture.
Thank you. Congratulations.
next Crusader of the Month is Kiernan Pareja. He has one. His favorite subject in school are his medical classes. Okay, he said part of our the biomedical science project Lead the Way classes. His favorite hobbies are playing rugby, football, working out, and working with the fire department. And his career plan is to become an ER nurse.
You don't get off that.
Thank you.
Our next Crusader of the Month is Valeria Barbosa. Valeria has one sister, Angelica. Her favorite subject in school is history. Her favorite hobbies is running her small business and doing makeup. She loves making others feel good about themselves. And her future career plan is to further her education in business administration and running her own very successful business. And finally, Martins Okenabale. Martins has two siblings, Nelson and Stephanie. His favorite subject is algebra. His favorite hobbies are playing video games and card games, and his future career plan is to become a physicist or an engineer.
Another round of applause for high school students. This time, Dr. Cindy Summer, please come forward for CMS.
Hello, everybody. The Community Middle School is proud to recognize Jaden Arias as 7th grade Student of the Month. Jaden has 5 siblings. Favorite subject is math. Forgot to say, was nominated by Mrs. Predatis, his science teacher. Favorite subject is math. Favorite hobbies are reading, playing with his dog, and when he grows up, wants to become a lawyer.
Mine, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just sit down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next up is our 8th grade Student of the Month, Lindsay Peralta Martinez. Lindsay has 1 sibling. Favorite subjects are math and science. Enjoys wrestling, basketball, and soccer, and also wants to become a lawyer or something involving business. Lindsay was nominated by her teacher, social studies teacher, Mr. Bender. Congratulations, Lindsay.
Another round of applause for our CMS students. At this time, would Mrs. Winter please come forward to talk about our Student of the Month for Smaller School.
So our first student of the month, grade 4, Tiffany Jimenez Ventura. Tiffany was nominated by Ms. Christian. And when I got the opportunity to talk with Tiffany, she told me she has 1 little sister, 2 years old. that her favorite subject is art. She loves to draw. Her favorite hobbies are playing school. She goes home and she practices being a teacher, and she likes to teach math, and her career plans are to be a teacher. Congratulations.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, 2. All right.
Our grade 5 student of the month is Jason Aguirre Bravo. So Jason has 5 siblings, 2 brothers and 3 sisters. His favorite subject is social studies, and he shared that he's learning about Native Americans right now, and he's really enjoying that. His favorite hobbies are to play soccer with his friends and family and to draw. And his career plans, he would like to be a graphic designer. And our 6th grade student of the month is Blanca Calderon Lopez. So Blanca has 3 siblings. All of them are younger. When I asked her her favorite subject, she told me her favorite subject is math, specifically multiplication. Her hobbies are playing volleyball and soccer, and her career plans is she'd like to join the military.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, 2.
Another round of applause for the Shelby School students of the month. Next up, about this school, we have Mrs. Clears.
Our 2nd grade student of the month is Ariana Dominguez Serrano. Ariana is in Miss Valley Youth class. Her favorite school subject is art. She likes to have fun with her friends, and she wants to be a veterinarian. Congratulations.
Smile. All right.
And our 3rd grade student of the month, we have a theme, is Ariana Rappel. Ariana is from Miss Dushinka and Miss Guilford's class. She has 1 brother and 1 sister. Her favorite school subject is art. She likes playing with her dog and reading, and she wants to do a lot of things when she gets older, right? Congratulations.
Another round of applause. And last but not least, we're going to call Lamont Annex. Dr. S couldn't be with us this afternoon or this evening, so Mr. Ross will present the students of the month.
Hello, everybody. I get to introduce our youngest scholars to us. We will start off with our pre-K3 student of the month, who is Benjamin Picado. Come on down, Benjamin. So, Benjamin, you have 1 sibling, yes?
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yay, Benjamin.
Not only cool cut, how you doing? So Benjamin has one sibling. Favorite school work is block center and art center. Also, the favorite hobbies is play with cars, yes, and build with blocks and play with his friends. And his future plans and career plans to be a police officer. Well done.
All right.
Dad, if you want to come down, you can.
Big smile. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Good job. Congrats.
good job, yeah.
And our kindergarten student of the month is Jason Delaquila. Come on down. Good to see you. All right, so you have 2 sisters? Wow, 4 sisters. You like reading? And you like learning sight words? Thank you. I love English too. And your favorite hobbies are to play with your sisters, baseball, and flag football. Also, the future careers are to be a football player or a baseball player. Well done.
Yeah.
Smile, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. Congrats. And our final scholar of the night, Melissa Mercado Santos. Not here. Okay, so Melissa Mercado Santos has one sibling. Favorite subject is art and music, and favorite hobbies are to draw and paint. And current career plans at this first grade stage is to be a teacher.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Another round of applause for all of our students of the month. We're going to take a picture of everybody, all of the students of the month. We're going to take a picture of all the students of the month right after we announce our employee of the month. Okay, at this time, I want to call for Dr. Santa. We're going to take a picture a little bit. Dr. Santa service. Couple minutes. All right, yeah, it's a different. Dr. Santa said will come forward so we can present our district employee of the month.
Hello again. The Community Middle School is proud to honor Mrs. Kelly Barrows as the November Teacher of the Month. In just her second year as a language arts teacher in the Bound Brook School District, Mrs. Barrows has fostered a warm and dynamic classroom where students actively participate, take risks, and support each other's growth. Her innovative Flashlight Fridays, where students read by flashlight, has become a weekly favorite. While her interactive teaching methods, such as gallery walks and small group activities, keep her students engaged and motivated. She also maintains an IXL leaderboard with weekly prizes to encourage academic achievement. Beyond the classroom, Mrs. Barrows has been instrumental in establishing and leading impactful programs at CMS. She helped launch the school's first Scripps Spelling Bee and continues to collaborate with her colleagues to enhance this prestigious competition. Last year, Mrs. Barrows proposed the creation of a drama club at CMS. She is currently the co-advisor and has just completed auditions for a May 2025 production of Shrek Jr. Additionally, Mrs. Barrows organizes class trips to professional theater performances, including last year's Edgar Allan Poe play and this year's Hero, The Boy from Troy, and Look Both Ways at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Mrs. Barrows' dedication, creativity, and enthusiasm have significantly enriched the learning experience for our students, inspiring them to explore new interests and develop confidence. On behalf of the entire school community, we thank her for her remarkable contributions and congratulate her on this well-deserved recognition as Teacher of the Month.
Wonderful job, Ms. Parks. Can I be in the picture? Dr. Sanders,
Open.
please.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Awesome.
Absolutely. At this time, I'd like to get all the students and the parents to come out. A nice big photo, and everyone's gonna go on the stage.
So our parents and students make their way down.
Come on down, guys.
This way.
In front of us. There you go.
Yeah, move right here, right, come right in front of me.
They don't need you.
Hey, how come you're not up here?
I know.
I'm taking a picture.
All right, everybody, a half a step in. Half a step in. There you go. It's gonna be a general.
I think we're good there.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we're good now.
All right, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right.
Awesome.
I'm not doing anything.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Manny.
I haven't seen him smile like that. What you said to him.
I was.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna do a 5-minute break just so moms and dads can get the kids home if they need to. If you wanna stay, you can. So, resume in about 5 minutes. Okay, everyone, we're back in session. Next, we have a presentation, Ms. Dolan, in relation to audit. Ms. Dolan?
You should all be able to hear me just fine. I don't usually have a problem with my lag.
Would you like a microphone?
No, I need a microphone. I'm good. Thank you. Once again, I'd like to say it was a pleasure to complete the audit. I'm actually here a month earlier because we actually got everything done actually earlier this year. So I wanted to come in and do a little earlier this year, which is wonderful news. As a result, you'll be able to take action tonight to accept the audit, corrective action plan, and all of the information, and actually put an audit to bed probably a month to 2 months earlier than we have in the past. Just to give a little bit of a quick refresher, you actually have 2 audit documents that come from our firm. There's a large blue book, or the big ACFR, which is a very large document. It's actually broken into 4 main sections. There's a small introductory section, which sort of talks about a little information about the district. There is a very large financial section, which details all of the information on the finances. There's actually a statistical section, which is the J section in the report. That's actually a very informative section. It's 10 years comparative. So it gives you 10 years comparative information, not only about the borough, about the school district, but it also gives you information about the borough and the county of Somerset. So there's a lot of great information in that book section. And then lastly, there's a single audit section, which is all of compliance on grants. Additionally, I give you a management's report, which is actually my report to the board for all of the work that we have done and all of the procedures that we've gone through. As we all know, these are very large documents, and I would tell you probably there are 14 of the most important pages in the book. There are of those documents, if you want to follow along, but we feel that's audit schedule C1, which is the most important schedule. That is the budget. That starts, and that schedule walks you through all of the revenues and where all of the revenue ended, each of those appropriations, and any transfers that might have been made, and any additional lapsing unexpended appropriations. Everything about the budget seen in that 14-page document. You look at the end of the year, you ended up with what we call the fund balance picture. It's called fund balance. You have a little bit over $13.8 million total in fund balances. That being said, it is all mostly earmarked. You have a little bit over $5.5 million in your capital reserve. That capital reserve is money that is set aside for future capital projects and or to be used as funding, like you're going through all of your ROD grants right now for all your renovations. It can be your matching funds for any of those grants as needed. You have a little over $1 million in a maintenance reserve. That maintenance reserve helps you utilize that funding within your budget for the maintenance of your own facilities. You have a $260,000 in what we call an emergency reserve. That's just what it is. It's an emergency. It's set aside for any emergency that might come up. We have a little over $400,000 in an unemployment compensation reserve. That money is set aside for unemployment claims. You have unassigned fund balance, which is what we like to call, that's the money that's your free true value. That's a little over $1.1 million. The state only allows you to hold 2% of your budget expenses in that. And then that leaves you with the two pieces. You used a little over $2.5 million to support the budget that you're currently in right now, as I'm a June 30th audit. And then that gives you a little over $2.8 million left. That's the number, that's the big, most important number. That's what's going to roll into your budget going as you're building your budget for 25, 26. So what that means is you're really starting pretty much at the same level. Obviously, we all know 25, 26 will be difficult budgeting with all of the increases that we've seen, some that we've heard about, and possibly aid changing. So that money will be there to help you balance to start that budget. In addition, you had about $3.6 million in grant funding that came through the district in the special revenue fund. That number has started to be the steady decline because the district has finally expended all of the federal ESSER funds that came through under the pandemic. Those grants finally ended and are ending at the end of this summer. You're returning more towards what you've normally had in grant funding. Your cafeteria program actually operated at a profit this year. You had a profit of about a little over $160,000 from the previous year. As your business administrator knows, their requirements to spend down those balances, he's already established a corrective action to spend those funds down. Additionally, in the management report, I do have to say you did a fantastic job, and we have no formal recommendations. It is a clean audit with no formal recommendations. The district works very hard to keep those comments and recommendations to a minimum. They do happen, but this year there are none, which means there's no official formal corrective action needed to be taken tonight. We do like to give districts warning or areas that we feel are future problems. So we refer to those as our suggestions. They're nothing that you have to do. We're just giving you some ideas, things that we've seen other districts get tripped up on, and or things that are potentially in the future of the district. The biggest one, as I said, is you have a lot of federal funding that has come through the district in the last couple of years. Where there's federal funding, there are auditors. So it's always possible that an additional audit could come in from the Department of Ed or the feds, the federal government, on any of the grant monies that they got. We've seen them do desk reviews. We've seen them do individual programs lately. We've seen them come in. Sometimes they can come in, and once they're here, they can look at anything and anything they want. So we always advise everyone, be careful when they come. However, our no findings in your report means that you're in good shape. If they were to come, you would have an easy job through them. The other one is in that same area, federal grant receivables. You get awarded a lot of federal funding. What happens is this Department of Ed does not allow you to draw that money down until you spend it. So what ends up happening is use your own cash to pay those grant funds, and then you reimburse yourself from the grant monies. We always recommend down on those funds. The Department of Ed will tell you should be drawing down monthly. We'll tell you that's an awful lot of work. So we try to tend to go with the quarterly, or if you have large expenses, always draw down your money, because you'd much rather earn the interest on your funds than the state having the interest on the money that they haven't sent to you. That being said, it is, like I said, it was a great audit. The business office was spectacular to help us to get through everything. And I'm here if anyone has any questions.
Ms. Dolan, I think I can speak for everybody sitting at this table. We want to thank you very, very much. But I also want to extend, on behalf of the board, gratitude to our business office and our business manager and the superintendent, the administrative team. Without you, this would not be great. And we are very much appreciative of everything that's being done for our students. More importantly, our community in relation to our financial success. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you. Mr. Zupko, if I may just have a few minutes. Certainly, I would like to thank Ms. Valerie Dolan and her firm. Their partnership throughout the year and always being available to patiently answer questions on all the new developments that are coming out of the state is immensely helpful, and that keeps us on the right track. I'd like to thank Dr. Freeman and the Board of Education. All of the hours that we spent at the committee meetings deliberating on these issues, the various purchasing consortiums that save this district money are all panning out in this report. On a personal note, this is my 25th consecutive clean audit, which it was never a goal in the beginning, but now to look back. Mr. Penny was an important part of that in my previous district, and we continue to perform here. We increased excess surplus, which is a revenue source in the 25-26 budget, by $500,000 above last year. So all things being the same, we have $500,000 more to spend for next year's budget because of savings that we created through the 24-25 budget. We also increased the transfer to capital reserve, which is a savings account for all of the projects in the district's long-range facility plan, by an additional $3 million transfer this year. So that will help keep the investment that this community has had in its schools going. We created $400,000 of interest income from a laddered CD portfolio, taking advantage of the interest rates and that money in the capital reserve. And I especially want to thank Rasha Nasser and Christine Lee for all their work with the grants and all the administrative requirements of the business office. So thank you very much. And of course, all the principals and teachers, directors. The budget process here is one of the largest group processes that we have in the whole school district. We started a zero-based budget a couple of years ago where the teachers actually started the process, working with the principals, projecting new staff and new curriculum needs. And, you know, a couple years ago when Dr. Freeman introduced this concept, we had one of the best budgets that we've ever had.
Yeah, okay. I'll do more. Okay, guys, so now we need to approve and accept this incredible audit. So I'm looking for a motion.
Motion.
Yes, second? Joanna, okay. And can I get a roll call?
Yes, sir. Mr. Dawson,
Yes.
Ms. Casino,
Yes.
Mr. Zupko.
Yes.
Ms. Musin.
Yes.
Mr. Minhas.
Yes.
Ms. Hada.
Yes.
Mr. Gomer.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, motion passes.
Excellent. Very, very good. Thank you
Have a
again.
great evening.
Now we're gonna move to section 3, student board member report.
Hey, everyone. Okay, so today is my largest report yet, and from the time I've done this, I can see from November, and then you have May and June, typically, you have everything all coming together. Obviously, November, September, and October are the years where like everybody's disorganized, and once like November comes around, everybody gets everything together, and you get to see this in this report, basically. So, starting with sports teams, our high school boys soccer team finished their season at 14-9, going to the sectional semifinals against Middlesex last Tuesday. Girls soccer finished their season at 7-11, with their final match being against Shore on the 4th. Girls volleyball finishing their season at 9-12, with their final match being against Beach on the 4th. Girls tennis finished their season at 5-16, with their final match being against Immaculata on the 24th. Football finished their season at 1-8, with their final match being against North Plainfield on the 30th in the Constellation match. And boys basketball are starting their season on the 25th, with their first match being away on the 10th against Craig Oaks Charter. Girls basketball had their interest meeting today, with their first match being away on the 14th at Lawrence. And both the wrestling and the track team have started their seasons early, with wrestling's first meet on the 11th against Immaculata, and the track team's first meet on the 9th at the Ridge Winter Invitational at Staten Island. And both the CMS boys and girls soccer teams won their division championship for the second year in a row on the 25th and 29th respectively. So I just want to give that. Phenomenal report. And, thank you. Oh, I cut him off early. Go ahead. So for school news today, the triannual blood drive was hosted in the gymnasium by the New York Blood Center and our own blood donation committee led by Ms. Boardman and Mrs. Bella, which was very successful. On the 4th and the 5th, the school had a school-wide election for the presidential, Senate, and House of Representative candidates, allowing students to get an idea of public voting like you would in polling areas around the town, with the poll workers being our very own students from various history classes. Alvaro and Sean, 2 Seton Hall alumni who witnessed the Ballin Hall fire in 2000 at their university, came in and presented their story and heartfelt documentary to seniors to promote support on, I believe, the 25th. The school-wide tutoring network from last year will be starting again this week. Hopefully, with the earlier release, the school will see larger turnout to support our education commitment within the student body. Announced yesterday, the FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid, was released earlier to students nationally, allowing seniors to apply for financial aid early and getting ahead of planning for life after graduation. The Bound Brook PTO hosted a designer bag bingo this past Saturday, November 16th, to fundraise for the class of 2025 and their graduation to raise support. Bound Brook High School partnered with the high school track team, our local police, RVCC EOF, and the Day by Day Foundation will be hosting a Thanksgiving food giveaway this Saturday, November 23rd in the high school parking lot. They will be giving away Thanksgiving starter bags for those in need and allowing everyone to celebrate Thanksgiving as the holiday comes around. And Isabella Marsuak, a junior at Bound Brook High School, has verbally committed to the Ireland University to play D1 softball. So congratulations to her. And lastly, elections for the next student representative to the Board of Education are currently in the process of being finalized. The next representative is hopefully going to be present at the next board meeting, which will be my last. That's it.
Well, now, I have to say, you know, just hearing everything that you're talking about, I'm honored that you have been part of the board and that we have such spirit in the school. Because I'll tell you, it means a lot to all of us here, and I know to the community members as well. So thank you very much, I appreciate it. We have committee meeting reports. Education Committee with Mr. Dawson.
Thank you, Mr. Zupko. We met last week. We looked at our first benchmark testing results of the year. So our kids take tests a few times a year that let us know how they're doing on state standards, trying to get a predictive value of how they might do on state assessments. So as educators, we use that data to try to figure out where to go next, what supports they might need, where they might need a challenge. And while it's the beginning of the year, we don't put too much value in the initial numbers for the first benchmark of the year. We were all very excited as a committee to talk about the work that our teachers are doing and our administrators are leading to have really meaningful conversations about those standards, how our kids are performing, and what the next steps are. We just wanted to celebrate the work of our teachers and our administrators for rolling up their sleeves and trying to figure out what to do with that information that we get from those tests and how that's going to drive our achievement in the future. That was our meeting.
Phenomenal. Thank you, sir. Any questions, comments? None? For governance, we have Mr. Ball would normally be doing the notes, but we're going to have Ms. Hyde.